Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. I hope you're doing great. So, today we're going to be talking about whether you're sometimes or often being typecast. That can be really annoying. And if you want to make sure that you don't get typecast, what can you do about it? So, you know, you might have been already noticing that you often end up being cast for the same type of roles that are a little bit cliches. So maybe you're ending up always having to play the same role. Maybe you're always ending up having to play roles that are kind of serving the main story, but you're not leading the same story. And you end up, being put in little boxes. Like you're always hired for the gardener or for the foreigner or for the housekeeper or for the slut or for the good looking guy or girl or for the dumb looking guy or girl. Like, so your race can impact typecasting, your looks can impact typecasting, your accent can impact that. There's a lot of things that can seemingly put you in a box where you're stuck. So casting directors only see you for that. I can't speak today. Only it feels like my mouth needs to be warmed up in order to be able to say the things like I want to say them. So anyway, yeah, you might end up being stuck in small roles that are not really offering you the depth to explore as an actor and artist. So it can be frustrating, it can be annoying, and you can start getting bitter about the fact that you entered an industry in order for you to actually really enjoy your craft and the art that comes with it, and the passion. And then if you're always being typecast for the same type of stereotypical roles that serve a story but that don't drive it, that don't really impact anyone, that can be really, really annoying. And so today we're going to be looking at what you can do to not get stuck into typecasting. And so the first thing that we're going to do together is look at what's really happening. So let's look at why you're being typecast, and let's look a little bit beyond what feels like it's unfair. There's some injustice inside of the industry, because going in that direction will not give you your power back, basically. If it's someone else's fault, it means you're a victim and there's nothing you can do about it. So we're going to take all the responsibility on our lap, and we're going to look at what we can do. So what's really happening when you're being typecast is that whoever is taking care of the casting, whether that's a casting director or director, is categorizing you in what they see. So they don't see the depth behind what your first level of connection brings. So they only see you as a surface type of actor or artist. They see something, that's what you are, there's nothing behind it, right? So now, if we keep the responsibility on our lap, we want to be looking at why do they perceive you without any depth and only being the surface of what they can see from your height, from your race, from your accent, etc. Why is that? Well, because they get material, right? And from that material, they are sensing or not a certain level of capacity, of depth, of possibilities for your instrument. And if they're not sensing that, then they're just seeing you as a stereotype of something, of a job that you can fulfill, but not something beyond what they can see, right? So again, if you keep the responsibility on your lap, and again, it's not the fault on your lap, but the responsibility on your lap, what makes your material, so your headshot and your reel, be one layered and not deep is your instrument, of course, because who shows up at the headshot session? You. Who shows up for their reel? You. Or inside of the scenes that make up your reel? You. So if your instrument is a little superficial, meaning you access one layer of your instrument and you're not accessing the depth, what's really happening is that these typecastings can be an invitation for you to realize that there's huge depth that you haven't connected with, that there's huge potential, here I go again, huge potential inside of you that you haven't connected with yet. So you're in touch with the surface level of your instrument, what's directly available, but you're not yet in touch with the depth of it, with the fact that you can be everything and its opposite, with the fact that you can be, you know, appearing as a seemingly very, very vulnerable person, and you could appear as a very threatening person, that you could appear as a helper, housekeeper, gardener, but at the same time that you could appear as a millionaire, as a lawyer, or a shark. You know, so it's really, you want to get to know your depths to a point that you can be everything and its opposite. And when you don't reach that level of depth, you'll be stuck into what people see on the first surface, and you'll be stuck there. And that's not why you're an actor. That's not why you're an artist. You want to go beyond that, because you want to be in touch with, you know, these explorations that you can do in the depths of someone's psyche, in the roles, in the human beings that you're exploring. That's why you're into this job. And in order to get those parts, and in order to, you know, come through typecasting and to be cast for roles that you look the opposite of the description that they were looking for, which often happens, you need to bring in your whole entire being, right? You need to be fully alive. So not just your surface, but everything. You need to be able to be in utter despair and absolute bliss. And if you can't reach those extremities within you, if you're blocked, if you're resistant to the depth of your humanity, there is no way anyone can see that in you, because you're not in touch with it yourself, right? So I hope that makes sense. So in the work that we do, what we invite actors to do is to work through those resistances. Because when you work through those resistances, what happens is that you go through that thick layer of block that prevents you from being in connection. Because you don't need to be deeper. You already are. What you need to do is to work through what is preventing you from living inside of your depth. When you've been doing that, then you can wake up that instinct, that freedom, that authenticity that's been sitting there dormant for decades. And then you become a full rounded, whole, complete human being and instrument. And from that place, you have a different headshot. From that place, you have a different reel. From that place, you show up differently in the audition room. You show up differently when you do your tapes. You show up differently in an agent or manager meeting. So everything about you changes. And when that changes, then people can see you with everything that you're capable of, and not just the frontal value of what you appear to be. So I hope that makes sense. If this does make sense, and you're kind of done with, you know, repeating the same things all the time, and with feeling limited in the industry, like they're not giving you what you deserve, and you're ready to take that responsibility, move away from, you know, the victim mentality and saying it's unfair, and actually take the power back, do the work, the depth of the work that you can be doing in order to recover your full instrument and be able to deliver on anything and its opposite, then I urge you to check out the work that we do in the Reset Journey from Resistance to Freedom. Get in touch with us, type reset in the comments, and we'll send you some information. We can send you, I think we're on a wait list right now, so we can send you that too. But get in touch with us, and we'll see, you know, if we're a good fit, and if this is work that will benefit you. Also, for the moment, what we're doing is a BOGO support during COVID, which is not going anywhere, apparently, which is hitting really hard. So if you need financial assistance, I repeat, if you need financial assistance, then let us know, and we can help you out with the BOGO support during COVID, because that will enable you to come in at 50%. If you don't need it, don't ask for it, because we can't help everyone. Obviously, it's a community effort. All right. Thank you, guys. Let us know if you have any questions. Thank you. Bye.